Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby and today we're going to be taking a look at my plants after being away for 2.5 weeks. So I went away for 2.5 weeks during like a very hot period in England. It was like, I think it was like the hottest England's ever recorded, which I'm pretty sure they say every year anyway. But I knew I was leaving them in summer, and I knew I was leaving them to someone that could just come in like twice and water them. She could do more, but I didn't want to risk them being watered too much, you know? I was kind of like just trying to play it the safest I could. So the majority of my plants are in the bath behind me. I will show you and give you an overview. I haven't even had a look at these properly yet because we landed last night and got back to our house at like 1:30 in the morning. So it was very much just straight to bed. And it's like 9 a.m. the next morning, so I'm really excited, nervous and anxious to have a look at my plants. There was some in particular I'm really crossing my fingers are okay. One of them was the new Variegated Monstera cutting that I got before I went away. I think it was like the day before we went away. I found it had, the root rot hadn't progressed. I mean, it had progressed, it hadn't like got better. So like I emergency bought hydrogen peroxide and treated it. So I'm hoping that that's the one I'm the most scared about. Everything else I'm just praying is okay because it's been really hot. But I was lucky enough to be able to leave them in the bathtub with the window there, and it's like obviously it's a bathroom window, it's like glazed, so it's not like scorching sun. So we'll just go straight into the video and I'll go through plant updates after being away for 2.5 weeks. And just a quick note, I actually need to put these all back in place, so I'm going to take the opportunity in this video to put them back in situ. I'm not just going to show you the plants, I'm going to show you them as I put them away, but I'll give you an overview now of how they look in the bath. Here they are in the bathtub, and just a reminder, I live in a renovation project, so if you see like the washing up, that is actually the washing up, it's not your eyes. So yeah, we've got most of the plants that I own here. I mean, I can see dead leaves here, and for the Hoya I can see lots of new growth on the Hoya, which is exciting. That's the Monstera that I'm really worried about, and that has definitely got worse. Like, that's a lot worse. So as I pull them out, I'm going to go through them, and yeah, I might set you up in the bedroom because most of them live there, so I can kind of show you as I'm putting them back, but I'm just so nervous. So the first thing I have to do is just wipe all the surfaces. We've been away for so long, it's like super dusty. I think dust is normal when you're away, but when you live in a renovation project, dust is unavoidable. So I have like a million of these. I know they're probably not the best for the environment, but honestly, washcloths and having no like kitchen sink is so much harder. Once we have a kitchen, I will go back to using like just wetting the same rag, but for now I have these, and I'm just going to wipe down all the surfaces and then just take the opportunity to have a nice fresh space for my hopefully healthy growing plants.
Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack.
Okay, so I've wiped everything down now and I'm ready to bring everything back in. I keep looking at my phone because it keeps cutting out. I've filmed that many videos since I cleared my memory. But I'm going to take the opportunity to only put the sun-stressable Hoyas back into the windowsill, just because, like I said, the temperatures were supposed to be reaching on Monday and Tuesday 40 degrees, which if you're English or know in the UK, even 25 degrees is too much here. It's definitely not holiday weather, it's sticky, it's not nice. The whole country kind of like stopped, like transport, schools, everything just stops. And not to mention, it's just not nice to live in. So it's a death trap, my windowsill, for plants. So I work next to my windowsill, so I'm going to keep an eye out on them, but sun-stressable Hoyas will go in the window, everything else will be further back from the window, so it'll be okay. But like I say, this is my office as well, so it's not like I'm not here to monitor things, but I'll just get into bringing everything back in. Okay, plant number 1. We've had a casualty. This is my variegated Syngonium. I think that one was already on its way out. I've got a new growth point randomly from the soil here, which is kind of cool. That wasn't dying before I left, but it's kind of inevitable, as with that. And other than that, no new growth on this, which is fine. It looks fine. It kind of looks like my friend Alex saturated it very well, and it's still damp now, and there's roots coming out the bottom. So this doesn't need a water, and I'll be checking that with all of them as I go along. Okay, next we've had no change here, none at all. The flower has died off and gone a little bit mouldy, which is strange. Very saturated. She really did give these a good water. But yeah, no new growth, nothing. Maybe, nope, no change. This is my beautiful silver dragon, which I have had for 2 years. I don't know if that was an overwatering thing because it's very wet, but it's an alocasia. But to be fair, oh, there's a new little bulb there, which kind of looks like it has a new growth point. I've never seen that before. So that's a silver lining, but yeah, this doesn't look good. It kind of looks like it's like, I don't know, it's really weird. It's got like white dots, like everywhere. Are they bugs or? No, I don't think so. But yeah, no, that's a goner. So I'll just be taking those leaves off, and I'll just take the bulbs, or whatever they're called, out after, and then repot them into a much smaller thing. So I'll probably leave that on the side as a job to do. Next, this has become extremely leggy. Like, it really wasn't that leggy. So I've had a new leaf here, can you see? And I've had a new growth point pierce through the new leaf. So that sucks. That's the kind of thing you need to monitor for the dendron on. But yeah, the new growth is small, very leggy. I want to chop this up to where the top of the moss pole is, because that's like so nice. Prop these and then put it on the plank. I think that's what I was thinking before I went away. But for now, update, it's not bad. It could have definitely been better. Okay, this is definitely grown. This is one for the windowsill. It's absolutely soaking as well. I'm going to probably keep repeating this, she really did a good job watering these. New growth, lots of new growth, like another point there. Obviously it loved the environment. It's got, I don't know if you can tell, it's got a lot bigger. It was pretty much kind of new to me before, so that's going to go back on the windowsill in an area where it only gets morning sun, and I have monitored it and it seems okay there, so back it goes. Okay, these two, so neon, new growth, nothing major, a few crispy leaves. This one the same, new growth, nothing really major, a few crispy leaves. They are dying to be left out to dry out though, I can tell you that for sure. Next to my Thai, let me put this down so you can see properly. Okay, my Thai constellation, nothing new. This is the newest leaf. I thought it was starting to show me a new growth point, but it hasn't done anything since I've been gone. It's like still the same. But yeah, this has recently been repotted up a size because it was extremely root bound. But yeah, no change there, and that lives on the windowsill where it only gets like evening sun, so putting it back. And then this one was my global green, no change. It's obviously been very humid in my bathroom because the aerial roots of these have gone crazy. But yeah, like no change other than like continuing to grow. I think I've potentially mixed a plant with mealybugs into the bathtub because I think, which I kind of had the feeling would happen. I think I have. But I can look at that later. I still need to order those beneficial mites. But yeah, I think that's okay. It's looking different. I don't even know where the front is. Like it kind of looks a bit different to me, but I don't know. It's okay. Next two, Hoya and Syngonium. This, whoa. Oh no. Can you see? I definitely have mealybugs. I knew I had one plant with them before. I put the Hoya macrophylla that had mealybugs in the bath. Fudge. I'm getting a bit hot and sweaty now. Okay, cool. I'm just going to take them off with paper and then order beneficial mites. From my understanding, they're a slow killer. I really hope so. They're hard to get rid of here, but anyway, that's a new growth point, which is a really big leaf. I love it. There's a new growth point here. There's a mealybug hanging on for dear life. It literally looks like it's going to fall. I'm leaving that out for now. Let me move this back. Why am I such an idiot? I was in such a rush to... well, I wasn't. It was planned, but it was still a rush. This looked like it was on its last legs. When I left, like really, really sad. I repotted it into something more with more aeration, and it seems to have worked. I actually think she probably did too much watering because everything is so saturated. I don't know what's better, overwatering or underwatering. What do you think? So yeah, there's some dead things I need to take off, but I have a new growth point, a new leaf coming through there in this one, and it's not dead, so that makes me happy because this was one I was extremely gutted about. So it seems like I have potentially saved it, which is very, very good. Okay, I've got both my Hoya Sunrise looking fine. I suspect mealybugs, yep. Oh, that could just be a bit of Hoya blood. Damn it, Abby, damn it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a mealybug here, or it could just be... I think that's actually mold. Yeah, I think that's mold. How has that happened? Maybe that room got so humid with the amount of watering she gave it like 4 days ago, and the heat, which I did not even think about or consider. Anyway, these are going to go back on the windowsill. Yeah, they're looking fine. There's lots of new growth points and the aerial roots have gone wild. Right. Okay, next two. This is my beloved, can you see how much water they've had? This pot that I painted, can you see all that? Blah, blah, blah. This is my beloved Marble Queen. Amazing aerial roots again. At least there's some sort of silver lining, although I don't know what good that's going to do to me. Haven't really got the time to check every single one for mealybugs at the moment, but I'm assuming there's 1 or 2 on everything, but that's looking okay, it's not bad. And this plant is the culprit. There's a massive spider as well. I don't know why I still get surprised, like this house is full of spiders and bugs and everything, because it's old and, you know, we've taken up floorboards and stuff, so, but yeah, there's a huge spider there, can you see it? Just there. Yeah, you can see it against that leaf. I'm just gonna leave it. So, yeah, this is the mealybug culprit. It has literally, look at those tendrils. It's gone wild. So this kind of just demonstrates that mealybugs don't stop your plant growing. All of this is new growth. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 new leaves. And then this is a new leaf. This is a whole new leaf. This massive one, which is cool. This is a new leaf. You can tell because they're a bit orange. This is a new leaf. You see how like rubbery it is? Like how big that's got. But yeah, that's really cool, isn't it? Got all those new leaves. Can you see them? Love that. So, mealybug culprit, but another Hoya, same, with the smallest, weirdest, kind of cutest new leaf. Yeah, not much to report there, but it's happy. Okay, this one doesn't look great. I'm not actually sure what's wrong with this one. I kind of noticed this a little bit when I bought it from the garden centre, but I thought, oh, they're just harmless eggs, but what the hell has happened? Like, can I zoom you in? No. I hope that focuses because I want someone to identify my problem, but it's also at the top as well. Like, it was never at the top before and it was a little bit underneath. Are they eggs or is that just mold? Like, I thought they were eggs because they're like perfectly round. Can you see? But I don't see any animals or insects. Help me, what is that? But other than that, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've had this before and someone said it's like, it's just harmless, like, yeah, is that? I can't tell if that's mold from being too humid in the bathroom or maybe. But yeah, this plant needs repotting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone told me before that was harmless mold. But yeah, there's definitely evidence that it needs a repot, you can see. No new, well yeah, there's new growth. It's hard to tell when it's so big. Okay, that's another one I'm gonna leave out to figure out what to do with it after. So I'll leave it here. Here is my beloved Monstera. It's definitely not as bad as it could be. I mean, it's got some resilience to it. Browning, like I showed you earlier, has got worse, but it was already doing that, so I wasn't surprised to see that's got worse. A little bit of browning on that pure white bit there, just a tiny, tiny bit. Question is, does it have mealies? And the other question is, Are the roots doing well? Oh, fudge! Another spider. That was scary. I had my face right up to it. So that root, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, there's a root in there. It's an aerial root. That was the one that was moulding. That's gone like orange, almost like it's been very humid and too humid. You know when you leave your plants in your greenhouse or something and you know when the humidity is too high? It's definitely shown examples of that, which is fine. I've come to realise that I should have asked her to open the window when she first came and closed it when she second came or something, I don't know. But yeah, lesson learned. I think it's okay. I'm really interested to see the roots. I thought that was one coming out, but I don't think it is. I really want to see the roots, but I don't want to disturb it, so I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. And I'll just have to monitor that. It's been 2.5 weeks and it's not dead, so that's a good sign, right? You'll be glad to know we're coming to the end of this now, and it feels so much nicer to have plants back in here. It was really weird before. So another pot that has tragically been lost due to too much humidity. It kind of looks like it's got an activated, or it has been like an activated ancillary bud there. Can you see? That wasn't there before. Other than that, I've got one new growth point, new leaf coming out at the top, and that's about it. And the leaves here at the bottom there, if you can see, have turned the opposite direction, but they're quickly turned back towards the sunlight. Yeah, this was the one that was majorly affected by spider mites. Well, I'm pretty confident that if any of my plants had spider mites, I don't now, because don't they hate humidity? So at least that's another silver lining, you could say. And then the final plant is this, which I've had for a long time. It has thrips, it has spider mites, it had mealybugs. I ended up just going back to the seller, and they just refunded me in full for it because it was already in the sale because it was in a bad way. But when I identified that it had all those problems, because they sold it without problems, you shouldn't have been able to. Is that a spider? I don't know. I can see something in my hair. Because they sold it, there weren't meant to be problems. They basically refunded me. And anyway, look at that. I've been honestly waiting since November. No, earlier, October, I think, for this. So that is super exciting. I'm very happy about that. You can see some orange here, but I think that's just discoloration. Like here, I can see some, I don't think that was there before, but I'm really pleased with that. And that actually lived in the bathroom in front of the window. So I'm gonna put it back there. Like in front of the glazed window, just a reminder, it was glazed. So yeah, pretty happy about that. So I'm gonna put that back. And that is it, guys. That is
all of the plants I had in the bathtub. I've got others, but I'll put B-roll on the screen now. They were in the bedroom. I could see my Variegated Monstera growing because it had it on like the security camera. I didn't purposely, it was in the corner of the camera and I could kind of see it had new growth. Really disappointed with that. Even the variegated one out of the two that are in that pot hasn't given me fenestrations, it hasn't given me any variegation. So, and it's left a really horrible mark on the wall as well. So that's not really great. Everything else in there is fine. It looks exactly the same. So the lesson was the humidity did wonders for my plants. Like I have lots of new growth. It also did some damage in terms of some mold, and I think it became a breeding ground for mealies, although I've only seen them bad on that Hoya there, and whatever eggy moldy things in the bottom of the Brantianum. But yeah, I think it wasn't bad, and I'm so happy my Variegated Monstera, the new cutting, is still with us. So yeah, it's not been bad overall. I lost a whole plant, which was the Golden Dragon, which I wasn't too connected with because it's had 2 leaves for like a year and a half. It had 3 leaves when I got it and then it dropped it. So yeah, but I've got something to work with. It's given me a new little like bulb, but I do have some stuff to do. So I will be in the coming days, maybe coming weeks, repotting a Brantianum, buying beneficial insects to get rid of the mealybugs. I'm now going to just take them off by hand on that Hoya that I saw, and also there's a few other repots that I thought I could do, but yeah, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.